Hi everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about seance musts. So there are certain things that you should be doing when you're going to conduct a seance to first of all ensure that your energy, like yourself, your space is protected from anything negative that might try to get through or that you might end up connecting with by accident. So as well, there's things that you can do to kind of help to encourage spirit to communicate with you. So we're going to talk about those. So number one, most important thing that I always say is grounding. You need to make sure that you're grounded both before and after a seance. Before and after anything spiritual, you have to ground yourself. So there's some different ways that you can ground yourself. The first most efficient way would be earthing. So that is walking on the ground, outside, on the grass, on the dirt, by a beach, wherever, with bare feet. This is sometimes not an option if it's winter or it's cold or you can't run outside and take your shoes and socks off. So if you're not able to walk around outside barefoot, then there's other things that you can do, like visualization. So this is the one that I most commonly do, where there's lots of different things that you can do, and I've talked about this before, but my thing is I visualize roots coming out of my feet. So they come out of my feet, through my socks, through my shoes, through the carpet, through the floor, through the house, into the ground, and then they root themselves in the ground. And then I am grounded, and it can take a minute and a half to do this. So it's very quick, it's very efficient, and it works. And there's lots of different visualization things that you can do for grounding. So you just have to find what works for you. Another method would be a quick meditation, or there's some crystals that are good for grounding. So tiger's eye, smoky quartz, turquoise, these three are all very good for grounding. So you can keep them on you or around you to help make sure that you stay grounded while you're doing the seance. So you can wear them, bracelets, rings, necklaces, stuff like that. So grounding, very, very, very important. Make sure that you do it before and after. That's also very important. You want to make sure that you're grounded when you start. You want to try and stay grounded the whole time, and then you want to re-ground yourself after you're done. So grounding. And the next, probably just as important as grounding, is spiritual protection. So you want to make sure that your energy is protected, that your space is protected. There's lots of different ways to do this. You can do visualization for this too. Some people visualize like armor on themselves. Some people do the bubble thing. I love to do the bubble thing. So you visualize yourself in a bubble. And once you're in your bubble, nothing negative can get in, so you're safe and protected. And that way, you can expand the bubble to encompass other people or like a whole location. So if you're doing a seance at a house, you can make your bubble encapsulate like the whole house. So it takes a bit of work, but it can be done, and then your whole space is protected. So it's a good one to do. Also, saging yourself, saging the space, is a good way to protect yourself spiritually. You could do that before and after a seance. There are crystals that are good for spiritual protection. Black tourmaline is the power player in this, so you want to make sure that you're wearing it, you have it around you. Tourmalated quartz is another good one. Clear quartz, jet, and moonstone are other good ones. And also the same crystals that are good for grounding are also usually good for spiritual protection. So you can just kind of combine crystal forces and use the same crystals for both your spiritual protection and your grounding. Another cool thing that I like is amulets. So I have like a couple of pendants that are protected, that protect my spiritual energy, my space. You can do this also, so you can get them blessed, or you can meditate over them to make it so that they're protecting your spiritual energy. And some of mine create more protection than others, so you would want to wear the ones that keep you the most protected for a seance, because it's a lot of spiritual energy. And lastly, a good one that not everybody can do would be an energy clearing. So you can do this before and or after a seance, where a person who is able to do energy clearing would meditate and clear the space of any negative energy. So this is something that you would ask people that are coming to your seance if they can do it, and maybe get one of them to do it if they're able. So those are the two most important things when you're doing when you're doing any kind of spiritual communication. You want to make sure that you're grounded and protected, because you don't want anything negative attaching itself to you, following you. You don't want to have a negative interaction with spirit. You don't want to leave a situation feeling like something bad has happened. This is not good for you spiritually, psychologically. It's just not good. So grounding, protection. Now, as far as communicating with spirit, there are some things that you can do to help spirit be encouraged to come and speak with you. One of them is candles. It is believed that spirits are drawn to candles. It's because of the light and also the heat from candles. So fake candles that flicker are cool and nice, but if you want to attract spirit, you might want to consider using real candles, because if it is the warmth from the candle that's drawing them, those fake ones are not going to create the warmth. So real candles. As well, candles really set the mood for a seance, so they get everybody kind of in the right mind frame to take the seance seriously. So something else that some people do is they put food out. So, and this is not food for you, this is food for spirit. So you would have it on the table where you're doing the seance. And you would tell spirit that this food is for them. Some people will burn tobacco. Some people will burn, will have a fire and burn the food and some tobacco with it. And this is an offering to spirit, which is a good and very respectful thing to do. So it is a good option if you want to cover all of your bases. And that's the other important thing, is having a healthy respect for spirit. So you want to make sure that everybody that is at the seance is respectful and open-minded. If people are going to be disrespectful to spirit, spirit's less likely to interact. And not only that, but the negative energy created by people that are extremely skeptical, or that are trying to keep an open mind, that are coming at a seance without the proper respect for spirit. And the whole process, it just creates negativity, and nobody wants that. Negativity draws negativity, so it'll end up causing a bad time, and it can draw negative spirits to want to interact with you. So, and you don't want that. So yeah, that's kind of it. I think you need to make sure that everybody involved is open-minded, respectful, and understands that this process it's not going to have immediate crazy results. There's not going to be banging and chains rattling and all sorts of craziness, but you have to be patient, and you have to understand that spirits that you're trying to communicate were likely once people, and they're going to react in the same way that they would have when they were alive. So if you're trying to contact a specific spirit, then you want to talk to them by name, and ask them to come through by name, and be respectful and kind and understanding of their situation, and also possibly that it's difficult for them. It uses a lot of energy for them to come through. So any little bit of interaction that you get, you want to be grateful and appreciative and let them know that you are. So potentially, if you do future seances in the same location or to communicate with the same spirit, they're more likely to come forward again and try and communicate. So yeah, these are the super important things when you're going to do a seance. And next time, I think we're going to talk a bit about the science behind seances, and I'm actually going to do some videos about other Victorian things that aren't totally related to seances but are still from that time frame and are really cool and great conversations. Very interesting to learn about. So yeah, anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. And otherwise, I'll see you on another day with another video about something else. Thanks, guys. Bye.